When a CMO evaluates an AI search agency today, the hardest part is separating a credible AI discovery methodology from established marketing work with new language around it. This benchmark on Crackle PR is useful because it shows that distinction clearly. The agency has strong evidence as a senior-led B2B technology PR firm. The more complicated question is how far that evidence extends into AI recommendation control, shortlist formation, and measurable commercial outcomes. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, a growth strategist and AI discovery analyst. At LLM Authority Index, we study how AI systems shape commercial discovery, especially in high-intent categories where recommendation positioning can directly influence revenue. Across 9 AI search responses, the consensus was strong on one point. Crackle PR is fundamentally a B2B technology public relations agency. The platforms consistently associated it with media strategy, executive positioning, analyst relations, bylined articles, original research, data-led storytelling, launch communications, and category narrative. That matters because AI discovery depends heavily on the public evidence layer. If a company is underrepresented in credible third-party sources, AI systems may have less trusted material to retrieve, compare, and repeat. Crackle's clearest thesis is that earned media can become citation infrastructure. For B2B technology companies, that is a serious idea. The strongest fit appears to be VC-backed or established B2B technology companies in categories like AI, SaaS, cybersecurity, fintech, infrastructure, data, martech, and other research-heavy markets. These are categories where buyers do not rely on one landing page. They look for analyst signals, trade coverage, executive credibility, customer evidence, and repeated category language. AI systems behave similarly. They compress public sources into short answers and short lists. When a buyer asks which vendors to consider, the model may draw from journalism, analyst content, company pages, directories, reviews, and structured source material. Crackle appears strongest when the core problem is external authority and narrative, especially when the company has credible executives, customer proof, proprietary data, and a real story to build. The most important issue in the benchmark is measurement. Crackle's public geo material emphasizes citation share, brand mentions, source authority, buyer query baselines, order sentiment, and retesting. Those are useful diagnostics, but citations and recommendations are different commercial events. A brand can be cited because it published a useful definition. It can be mentioned as background. It can appear below stronger competitors. It can be framed with caveats. It can show up in a dashboard while failing to become a first-choice recommendation when a buyer asks for help deciding. That is why an AI search agency should be evaluated across several layers: presence, citation influence, valid recommendation, top 3 placement, first choice position, buyer fit, competitive displacement, and eventually AI-assisted commercial behavior. The benchmark found Crackle's public evidence strongest at PR outcomes and citation level visibility, with weaker public proof at recommendation and pipeline levels. One of the most interesting findings was retrieval freshness. Some systems found Crackle's newer GEO materials, a 90-day playbook, buyer query baselines, source authority mapping, structured content, retesting, citation share measurement, and an AI citation pyramid. Other systems appeared to rely on older public material, LinkedIn, traditional PR service descriptions, founder posts, and conventional case studies. That produced very different interpretations. Some platforms saw a recognizable PR to GEO operating model. Others saw a traditional PR agency whose AI positioning had advanced faster than public AI-specific proof. This is a broader AI discovery lesson. A company can exist in several versions across the public web at the same time. One model retrieves the current methodology, another retrieves stale positioning. Recommendation control depends on how consistently the public evidence layer is built, distributed, and corroborated. The benchmark's buying recommendation was cautious, especially around a proposed $100,000 commitment. Crackle's published starting price annualizes above that level, so a buyer should define the real scope first: audit, pilot, partial year program, launch project, or narrower category engagement. More importantly, the buyer should establish a client-controlled baseline before the work starts. That means defining the 20 to 50 buyer intent prompts that matter, the platforms tested, the competitor set, alias rules, repeated runs, scoring methodology, citation capture, and commercial tracking. Then ask for a redacted deliverable showing baseline answers, source maps, implementation actions, and retest results. For any AI search agency, the diligence should focus on whether recommendation quality improves rather than whether visibility language sounds sophisticated. The fair conclusion is that Crackle PR appears to be a credible senior B2B technology PR agency building a PR native GEO model. Its authority building logic is strong, its PR execution is better evidenced than many emerging AI search vendors, but the public proof still stops short of showing repeatable movement in top 3 recommendations, first choice placement, and AI attributed revenue. For leadership, the takeaway is simple. Earned media can influence AI discovery, but visibility has to be measured at the decision stage. If you want to understand how AI is actually positioning your company in buyer conversations, that's exactly what we analyze at LLM Authority Index.